नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. So we'll be discussing today from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 1st chapter, 37th number verse. Please repeat after me. Sri Shuko Vacho Iti Ukte Vishnu Budutostoite Vasudevakto Karinaha Tan Prayaksho Prabhashedam Megha Nirhadaya Gira. Shri Shukho Vacho Iti Ukto Jamodutoiste Vasudevakto Karinaha Tan Prayukto Prabhasheyam Megha Nirhayadaya Gira. Shri Shukho Vacho Iti Ukte Jamadutoiste Vasudevakto Karinaha Tan Prayukcha Prabhashedam Mego Nirhadaya Gira. Please. Mataji. What word meanings? Sri Shukho Vacha, Sri Shukdev Goswami said, Iti, thus, Ukte, being addressed, Jamodutostai, by the messenger of Jamraja. They, Vasudeva Uktakarina, who are always ready to execute the orders of Lord Vasudeva, being personal associate of Lord Vishnu, who have obtained the liberation of Shalukya, Tan, unto them, Proyuktacha, replied, Prahasya, smiling, Idam, this, Megha Nirhaya Daya, resounding like a rumbling cloud, Gira, with voices. Sri Shukdev Goswami said, being thus addressed by the messenger of Jamraja, the servant of Vasudeva smiled and spoke the following words in voice as deep as the sound of rumbling clouds. So please repeat after me. Sri Shukdev Goswami continued, being thus addressed by the messenger of Jamraja, the servant of Vasudeva, smiled and spoke the following words in voices as deep as the sound of rumbling clouds. The purport: the Jamdutas were surprised to see that the Vishnudutas, although polite, were hindering the rule of Jamraja. Similarly, the Vishnudutas also surprised that the Jamadutas, although claiming to be the servant of Jamraja, the supreme judge of religious principle, were unaware of the principle of religious action. Thus the Vishnudutas smiled, thinking, what is this nonsense they are speaking? If they are actually servant of Jamraja, they should know that Ajamil not a suitable candidate for them to carry off. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shlakaya Chakshun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prabhupadaite Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Jai Shri Krishna Hare Krishna. So first of all, I'd like to ask for blessings from all devotees. This is like I am trying to follow the authorities' order, and I can like to discuss about this shloka for the Lord glorification and my own purification. So here is the section is going on of Ajamila. Basically, this section, 6th canto, this section come in the we say 10 topics are there of Bhagavatam. Atra sarga visargasya, thanam pusham utayaha, marmantari shanu katha, mukti nirodashraya. So this come as like in the protection of the Lord. So in 6th canto we'll be finding the how Lord protecting his devotee. So here the first chapter, where Lord actually going to he's advertising about this holy name. How his holy name is so powerful. And the Ajamil is the best person to actually is chosen by the Lord to advertise his the most potent thing is the holy name. The holy name of the Lord is according to Rupa Goswami in Namastakam, that holy name is more powerful than Lord himself also. It is to approach the Lord is not so easy, but we can approach the holy name easily by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercy. This we can approach easily. So this is the the section all about glories of the holy name, and it is most important for people in Kali Yuga. That's because in the Kali Yuga people are their position is like hope against hope. They have no hope actually. But somehow or other, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have received this holy name. This holy name is actually given to us by Srila Prabhupada, and so by chanting the holy name, we can deliver ourselves. So the section of Ajamil actually is like very much like similar to our life. How one, before coming to devotional service, how he leads a life, and the Vishnudutas like the devotees who come in our life. We are maybe facing so much difficult situation in our life, and the devotees like Vishnudutas come and give us this opportunity to actually engage in the service of the holy name. So it's very important for us to now engage in the service. So here like the what comes first, like the Vasudeva Karinaha. So actually I going to the Prabhupada lecture, and Prabhupada actually mentioning that the Vasudeva Karinaha is like a very important word here. To become devotee is like, Prabhupada said, like it's take 1 second only. The Vasudeva Karina means like one has to just follow Vasudev. To become Krishna conscious means to surrender to Krishna. That nothing is more required. And just follow the instruction Krishna is given. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said that like, Jare dekho tare ko Krishna upadesh, amar aggai guru hoiya taro edesh. To become a devotee, to become a preacher in Krishna consciousness or sharing this Krishna consciousness, one has to just become aware what is Krishna's order. So the Vishnudusas came and they are just following the order of the Supreme Personality of Goddess. But we can see here that Vishnu, like Jamdus are very much surprised, because they have never seen such kind of like personalities. So similarly in our life also, like we have never seen devotees like such kind of personalities who are so simple living and but high thinking. So they are very much surprised that how these people are coming from where and why they are stopping us, because we will be hearing that that when they will be discussing with Jamraja, they will be talking that we know you are the supreme person, but now like then Jamraj will tell them like, yes, I am not supreme. This Vishnu is there. The Vishnu is supreme. And the religious principle of dharma is dharmas to sakshat bhagavat pranitam. The things spoken by Krishna, or the law given by Krishna is actually dharma. And this dharma's principle is very, very difficult for us to understand. Dharmastu tattham nihita guhayam. Like it is like hidden in a like cave, like so it's very difficult like to find it out. So Mahajano in a Gatesha Pantha, our only hope is that we can take shelter of some Mahajan, and there's 12 Mahajans are there. So we have to take shelter one of them. So we can see here like such a great personality like Jamraj, but his servants are like not so much like intelligent. So Vishnu became like started smiling actually by seeing their foolishness, because they are thinking that like Dharmaraj is there and they are the servant of Dharmaraj, and after that they don't know what is the religious principle only. So that is like, so it is required that the master as like the servant should be as good as master. So in Krishna consciousness movement we are like we are saying that like we are follower of like we are devotee of Krishna. So Krishna is like all knowledgeable. So devotees also should know. Devotees also should have knowledge, because like whenever like devotee is choosing a path which is like totally opposite to the people in the material world. So devotees have to face so many challenges, not from only. So Jai Radha Madhav ki. Krishna Balaram ji ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Prahladesh Nrsimhadev ki. So devotees has to face so many challenges in life. So to overcome them, we have to be very intelligent. Prabhupada said like, devotee cannot be foolish. A devotee who is like practicing Krishna consciousness, he should have complete knowledge. What is goal of life? Who is Supreme Lord? What is my relation with Krishna? So we should know, like devotees should read these books. Then he can get knowledge. So we see that like dharma is like a very big thing. Like to practice dharma is not so easy. So in this world, the dharma is practiced. People think dharma means faith. So that's why like it says that পৃথিবীতে ধর্ম নামে যাহা কিছু চলে ভাগবত কহে তা পরিপূর্ণ চলে. In this world, the things are going on in the name of religion. All are cheating religion. So the Srimad Bhagavatam is starting only kicking out this all kind of foolish religion, like dharma artha kam moksha, dharma parjita koita batra parama nirmasaranam shatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is completely free from all this cheating religion, those who are deviating people. So we can see in the life of Vyasdev, who is like became dissatisfied. Actually, Vyasdev has given all the literatures, all the Vedic scripture, which are filled with this four type of things, dharma, artha, kam, moksha. So he became completely dissatisfied by speaking all these things. And then Narad Muni came and he actually explained that what you should be doing. Actually, Vyasdev actually himself could understand that his dissatisfaction because kimba bhagavata dharma na prayana nirukalpitaha. Actually, he have not spoken pure Krishna consciousness or pure glorification of the Supreme Lord. No, Bhagavata dharma. Bhagavata dharma means that the glorification of the Supreme Lord, talking about the pure devotional service, which are very dear to Lord himself and his pure devotees. So he became dissatisfied. Then Narad Muni came and told him that whatever you system or whatever teachings you are given in Vedas, this is all like the pilgrimage of the crows, like crows. Tad Bayasham Tirtham. So this is like, so whatever is fine in like in today we can see in the name of education, this is all Bayasham Tirtha. And like the crows are coming from the universities and colleges. They are passing out and big crows and they are shouting very high. We see so many crows getting together and they shout very high. And they are like getting together in a dustbin only. So this is happening. But if devotees are like taking those crows and making them into swans, that is the devotee's position. But the black crows, they don't want to change their into swan. So that is the problem in the society. So Prabhupada actually telling about that people are in this like age, they are very, very foolish. Like Prayanu alpayashu shabha kalashmin jugejana manda sumanda mata manda bhagya upradita. They are very much foolish in this age. Like people having short age and they having no consideration what is dharma and adharma. They don't know what is dharma and what is adharma. So people are in name of dharma, they are actually going on in sense gratification. In name of dharma, they are only doing sense gratification. And they are thinking, I'm such a big religious person. So this is going on in this age. So actually there is, people in this age are actually trying to satisfy their senses and mind. They have no conception of dharma. They are only doing sleeping, eating, mating and defending. This is like, they are only their activities, animal propensities. That's why we need to have proper this like preaching Krishna consciousness is required to help this living entity to practice Krishna consciousness and become actually happy. That is actually required. So we need to practice this Krishna consciousness so nicely that we can become a perfect devotee and we can turn other person into a perfect devotee. So one time, what happened, like Vyasdev in Badriyaka ashram, he was there. And he was taking bath and he started shouting like, the people in Kali Yuga is very glorious and women are glorious and Sudras are glorious. So he started shouting, so I said, Dhanna, Dhanna, Kali Yuga Dhanna, Sudra Dhanna, Stri Dhanna. So he is starting shouting and taking bath. Some of the like saintly devotees was there, their disciples. They are thinking, like our Guru Maharaj became mad maybe. Why is telling this Kali Yuga is dharma? We know that Satya Yuga is best. So why is Kali Yuga or like women's or like Sudras, they are the lowest. So how it is possible? Then they came to Vyasdev. They started asking, what is Gurudev, what is doing? You are speaking in like you are dreaming or like you are in normal state. They were like, actually, then Vyasdev started speaking. Actually, yes. This Kali Yuga is very, very special, very, very glorious. Because in Kali Yuga, like in Satya Yuga, the people used to perform lot of austerity and so many things. So the 1 year they used to perform, the result they used to obtain, that can be obtained by practicing like 1 month Yajna in Dapur Yug. And that can be obtained by practicing 7 days in like Treta Yug and 7 days in Dapur Yug. And the 1 day practicing like this, like engaging in Sankirtan is sufficient or equivalent result we can obtain by performing austerity in 1 year of like Satya Yug. So this is like we are having very glorious opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness in short term, like only some years we practice and purify ourselves, and we can actually become totally pure devotee. That is like very much required to practice Krishna consciousness in that mood. So we can see here like actually this modern education is only like they are teaching that there is no God. They are telling that we are very advanced but they are not following any God. Like they are saying that God is not exist, we can do whatever you want. So that is happening in this world in name of religion. So basically, so we can see that like when like Yudhishthira Maharaj also asked by Jamraj, like Dharmaraj, like there was a section in Mahabharata, we seen like when they are in the forest, exile, they want to take some water, so they went in a pond, and they are like all the brothers are like died because by taking but Yudhishthira Maharaj able to actually hear the voice of that particular Jaksha, which is in form of Jaksha, and he asked a question to Yudhishthira Maharaj, what is the most surprising thing in this world? Then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, ahani ahani bhutani gachanti jamalayam, sesat sabro icchanti kimastada matparam. So every time, like moment we can see so many living entities going into the planet or abode of Jamraj. But the living entity who was living, they are thinking, I will not die. They are seeing that those who are like older than them, they are died. Younger than them, they are dying. Same age people are going. But they are thinking, I will never die. I'll always remain like, I'll live forever. That is the foolishness. That's why like to Krishna consciousness should be practiced in a like very emergency. Like one should feel that emergency condition, that like there is a fire and one feel very emergency condition that I have to get out, otherwise I'll be burnt out totally. So this world actually is said like in Bhagavatam 10th canto, we see that it is a samarshita pada pallavam plavam bhavam mudhi jasya murare vasya padam parapadam padam padam jad vipadam natesham. So this world is full of dangers. Like every step is like some landmine is there. Like we see sometimes landmine is like planted by some of the people. So any stage we can be totally like our life can gone. Any moment we can die. But so we need to understand that danger can come any moment. So this is the best time to practice Krishna consciousness. So actually, so that's why Prabhupada actually one time told that these people in this age are so foolish. So you just make a sticker of SR and put on everybody's head. Then Satsara Maharaj was there. He told, what is this SR? That Prabhupada said, actually they are simply rascal. They tag them as simply rascal. So that is like, I was like standing in a stall, so one of the day one person came, he told actually I have read all the Vedas actually. You know, I read all 4 Vedas, all the Shastras, so I know everything actually. They are told what is like God. Well, it will take a long time to explain. I don't know, no, the Krishna is God, they know the time it takes. So simply people are thinking that I know so much, they are very puffed up, like a Ravana. Ravana is so much great scholar, but what is his condition? He simply does not know what to be done. He don't know what is dharma or adharma. So see, this thing is happening. People cannot discriminate between dharma and adharma. They are thinking, whatever way I can be happy, this is dharma. This is my dharma. Thief is thinking by stealing I can be happy, so this is my dharma. So everybody is thinking that they are practicing dharma, but nobody is practicing any dharma. The knowledge which is like about Krishna is like the complete knowledge. If somebody does not know Krishna, his knowledge is imperfect. That's like, it is said like, Jasmit Bhigyatam Shabikkata. Like, if somebody knows Krishna, he knows everything. So, that's why, like, here we see that, like, Jamdudas are became very much surprised to see these devotees. Devotees are so, like, effulgent, but they're so humble also. They are surprising, like, how these people are so much beautiful looking and so effulgent, and they are so powerful, but they are still humble. This is a mood of a devotee. Devotee may be very glorious, they having many glorious quality, but at the same time they are the most humble people. This is like, this is we can find in devotees. So pure devotees are having such big quality. They have done so much achievement, but still they are humble. Like Srila Prabhupada. One time, like, one reporter came actually to Srila Prabhupada and asked, Srila Prabhupada, like, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread this movement in India only, but you have spread in whole world. So he started, like, he trying to say that, like, you are more better than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. So that Srila Prabhupada said, actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread this Krishna consciousness movement in India, but he actually given me the credit to spread it in the whole world. That is the position. The devotee always feel himself a humble instrument in the hand of Krishna. And he may be achieving such a glorious fates that for Krishna, like, Krishna is want to give, like, by Krishna's mercy is doing such glorious thing. This we see in, like, Hanuman in Ramayana. He achieves such a great, like, victory and such a glories, but he always feel himself very humble, like devotee of Ram. So this is the devotee's position. So, like, if devotee remain humble and they remain in the mood of a servant, of the servant mood, then they can achieve bigger thing than they can imagine actually. So actually, Lord can empower anyone to achieve such big things. So we have to remain subordinate to the authorities, the, like, Lord representative. That is the position we should have. So we should try to execute the dharmic principle, like, so here actually it says, like, this Krishna consciousness actually, so preach, we are on to preaching, like, for preaching, first of all we should do chanting. By chanting nicely one can by actually hearing nicely one can chant nicely. And when one chant nicely, one can preach nicely. That is the principle goes like that. So, first of all, we should try to hear nicely. This is like, actually, we should say, from the starting of Bhagavatam, this emphasis on given on hearing, Shravanam. Sinnatam Shakata Krishna Purna Shravana Kirtana Ridayantasta Abhadrani Vidhunati Shrit Sakam. By hearing about Krishna, one can actually overcome this, like, this Rajas Tamagun. Tada Radastamo Bhava Kramolo Bodaste. This is like, we are having the best knowledge, but due to our ignorance and passion, this knowledge we are unable to practice ourselves, and we are not able to give it properly. So we have, like, we have to come to a mode of goodness first. To actually, so by coming to platform of goodness, one can practice Krishna consciousness very easily, and he can give to others. So it is very much required to give this Krishna consciousness. And in this world, the people are very much mad. Actually, one time Prabhupada told that the outsider people are telling that, like, we are mad, and we know that they are mad. So who is actually crazy, like? So this is like the world. This whole world is full of crazy people. Like, they are like dressing very nicely, and Prabhupada used to say, like dressed hawk, dressed dog, like, they are actually very nice, dressing nicely, but they are inside, they are only having this nasty thing. And they are only trying to be, very, very puffed up. Like Bhaktisiddhanta Mahasaya story was there. One of the frog was there, he only have 50 paisa. And he became very much proud, and like, he burst up, like. So people in this world, they're proud, and ultimately they die. Like Krishna says, like, Mittu Sarvasya. Yesterday I'm talking to people, like, I'm telling them, like, this, like, you not come here with anything, and you cannot take anything. Everybody's thief here. So how thief can be happy? Like, he can steal something, but the owner will come and take you away. So Krishna is come as that, and he take away everything. So one time, like it happened also, like Prabhupada was there in Mayapur. So Jayapada Maharaj bring one person, and like he was like a, like he having some business of like some mirror or something like, so, so glasses. So he came to Prabhupada, and then Maharaj introduced him like, this is a person, very big businessman. So he's connected to us. Like then Prabhupada said, oh, you are a thief, come here. So then the person was shocked to hear, and he's telling, no, 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 Swamiji, I am not a thief, I give donation also. Well, okay, you are a small thief. So this is the problem, like people are in, like everybody is thief, and they are thinking that I am the owner of such like opulence and so many things, but everything belongs to Krishna. So when the devotee recognizes that whatever he possesses, everything belongs to Krishna, he uses everything in Krishna's service. So like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Manasya dehogo jo kichu mor orpilu tuapade nanda kishor. Whatever I process in human life, I want to utilize everything. Sampade vipade jibone morone dai moho gela to pada borone. So now you should take my responsibility. I am giving everything to you. Now you take my responsibility. So like in Bhagavatam 3rd canto, like when Vidura come to ask Maitra Muni, so we see like he's asking about this people in this world, like Sukhaya karmani karoti loko natai sukham varnat uporamamba vinnate bhuyas tatoevo dukkham jadatta yuktam bhagavan vadenna. So he is telling that in this world people are working very hard, and they are thinking by working very hard they will be happy. But working very hard they become more miserable than before. More work, they work hard, they more miserable they become. So then he has tell that the Janasya Krishnat Vimukhasya Duivat Adharma Shilasya Sudukhitasya Anugrahayana Charanti Nunam Bhutani Bhavyani Janardanasya. So Janasya Krishna, the devotees of great devotees of Krishna, they are, that's why preaching Krishna consciousness, those to make them understand you are like a ass, like you very, like you are working to get some money and you are working so hard, you can be simply be happy by surrendering to Krishna. One moment it takes to surrender to Krishna and surrender and be happy. And so devotees are preaching Krishna consciousness like Janasya Krishna Vimukhasya Dvaivat Adharma Shilasya Sudikritasya. They are practicing only the adharma. Only because of that they are completely miserable. Anugrahayana, they are become, the devotees are very compassionate to that kind of people who are practicing this adharma. That's why they are taking so much endeavor. Like we see Srila Prabhupada, he takes so much endeavor because of his compassion. He felt for the living entity. He felt that I should preach Krishna consciousness. It's like Srila Prabhupada was one time there in Calcutta, and he is sharing this like that how he's telling to Tamal Krishna Maharaj that actually I don't want to come to this world. Actually, because this world is so nasty. But Krishna told me just go and write these books. So by that, everything will happen. So we see that Prabhupada's compassion is shown by his books. Prabhupada said these books I personally present. So if you just read these books, you will be completely Krishna conscious. Prabhupada said like, what is the use of like preaching 2-3 minutes preaching? It will not helpful. You just give them a book. So Srila Prabhupada's books are so glorious. It giving the direction. Tad bhaga visarga janatapi viplava tasmin patishloko apavati. So this like the books of Prabhupada actually giving direction to like this uncivilized people of this age. They are misdirected totally. In Kali Yuga people are all misdirected, and Prabhupada books are giving direction to them. So that is the way we can be we can practice Krishna consciousness and giving Krishna consciousness what Prabhupada has given to us. Jai Radha Madan Mohan ji ki, Krishna Balaram ji ki, Prahladesh Nrsimhadev ki, Gaur Nitai ki. So, so this is like dharma of here is talking about. Like we see, like this Tasmat Sankirtanam Yagga Jagat Mangala Mahasham Mahatam Api Kurvayo. So this Sankirtan Yoga is the best thing one can actually this in this whole world. Actually, once the time Raisam Prabhu is telling, he came to Calcutta, he's telling that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whatever is given is the best gift we can have. But people having misunderstanding about this. So we should actually able to speak such a way and convince the people this is the highest thing in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is given. So we should able to convince ourselves and others. Otherwise, we like maybe we sometimes give priority to so many things. But this Sankirtan is the best thing we can actually give to others. So, Ekanta labhang suno pungsang susloko mole gunavado ahu. So this Ekanta labhang suno pungsang, this perfection human life is to actually hearing the glories of Lord Sri Krishna. So like if you just hear and able to hear this, the glories of the Lord, our life will be perfect. Nothing we have to like do some big austerity or penances to actually practice Krishna consciousness. Just to hear. But so Srila Prabhupada says in Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 3rd chapter, 40 number sloka, 43, that 40, that what is hearing actually? How one can hear with rapt attention. Prabhupada actually speaking in like in purport, like everybody is like want to hear, but one should hear from a bona fide representative of Vasudev and with rapt attention. That will benefit. So Prabhupada said to hear in rapt attention, one has to be pure in mind. Then Srila Prabhupada further says that to pure in mind, one has to have pure in action. And to have pure action, one has to regulate or purify his sleeping, eating, mating, depending. That is the way to hear. Unless one purify these like bodily, these 4 activities, then one can actually practice Krishna consciousness and hear nicely. Unless one hear, what will going to hear? So hearing is like required, and then we can hear so nicely that people will be surprised, people will be totally mesmerized, and they accept Krishna consciousness. Like one of the Maharajas speaking, like if you have to speak such a thing that people have never heard, and they're totally shocked to hear, and when they understand that I have never seen or never heard such thing, then people will accept Krishna consciousness. That is the way. So devotees give people the opportunity to actually hear such things, such glories of the Supreme Lord, such description of spiritual world which we never heard any time. So then the people will accept this process, and they become totally, their life is successful. So Hare Krishna. So I like to conclude here. So if somebody have some comment, correction, or anybody have some doubts, or they can ask me.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for giving us such a wonderful class, especially with the quoting the many verses, sufficient reference of the Bhagavatam. Like the question, lastly you quoted that with the rapt attention, and first canto Prabhupada mentioned that one should be, for the rapt attention, one should be pure in the mind, for that one should be pure in the action. Like, so especially eating, sleeping, mating and defending. So eating is understandable, like pure eating means eating Krishna Prasadam. Mating can be understood like and not do the illicit sex. But how we can understand the pure sleeping and pure defending? Like what is an impure sleeping or impure defending? Like how I can...
Actually, like Bhagavad Gita we see like Yukta har viragasya, Yukta chestasya karmasya, Yukta sapna avadasya, Yoga bhavati dukkha. So Krishna said like one should regulate his sleeping and eating, not much, like more than he's required to maintain his body, or less. So like, or sleeping also. So one should be regulated in his eating. Like when he get a palatable item, he should not think that now is my opportunity. I can as much as I can. But he should understand that how much I required, how much I can taste. Like, and also like we can see the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, Jivha lalose mon iti uti dhai, Shishnodan parayan Krishna nahi pai. So one who is very much accustomed to eat palatable item, he actually cannot control his genital or like urges. So how he can like, he cannot attain Krishna. So one can try to understand that how much I required and he accept in a mood that this is a remnant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I got, by his mercy, I got this. Like we chant the mantra also, like beginning of the like prasadam. Say
Yes.
Anna Amrita Pavara. So this like this we are receiving by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, and we accept is in a humble mood. And sleeping, about sleeping you are talking about. Sleeping, we should sleep only like we can actually we can function properly, so that like the 6 hours Prabhupada said, like it is a, so people like 6 hours, and like, and we should not sleep only, we should think is it a rest time. Like we are serving whole day for Krishna, now it a break time. We got a break, and again we can refresh ourselves in the morning, we can chant nicely, we can engage in service of Krishna nicely. So we sleep so that much that, and in a mood that it is service to Krishna. I am not sleeping in ignorance. Like ignorance is required, we are taking help of ignorance, but we are not sleeping in ignorance. Like we are actually utilizing this propensity of sleeping to refresh ourselves, recharge ourselves. Like one time I was hearing in Guru Maharaj's lecture, Guru Maharaj telling like we should sleep very soundly. We should not see any dream. Well, like in our state, like we see so many dreams. So Guru Maharaj said like we should able to, like our mind should be purified. Then we can sleep soundly without any distraction, completely absorbed. And when you sleep like this, like you can, more you sleep nicely, you can go closer to Krishna nicely. And then one day will come, you sleep here, and you will like, you will wake up in spiritual world. So that is like, so we should sleep and like free from any distraction completely. And then we can understand that sleeping is pure. Then our, like we are practicing Krishna consciousness nicely, then we can sleep also nicely. Otherwise we cannot sleep nicely. If mind is not pure, our action is not pure.
Thank you, Guru. Like pure defending, like final was the defense, how pure and impure.
So like pure devotee is like in
Defense.
Actually, we can say like pure devotee can defend purely, like complete depend on Krishna. Like we can see Arjuna like in Dwaraka, when Arjuna and like we see Duryodhana comes. So there is a like opportunity for Arjuna to ask first. So he asked that I want Krishna, and like Duryodhana asked like I want, like he wanted the soldiers. So depending on Krishna is actually proper defending. So pure devotee can completely depend on Krishna, but our stage we can like depend on Krishna simultaneously. We should have some also like we should know how much we can, like defending means we can like protect ourselves, like as a we can defend from Maya first, like so we can always associate with devotees to defend ourselves from Maya. And physically defending means we should like, that is like whatever like common people do that, okay. But internally we should try to depend on Krishna, that we should understand ultimately Krishna is protecting me. That like we see like pure devotee like Prahlad Maharaj can completely like, he can challenge like his father like demon. So we should not be sort like that. We can challenge anyone, like we should know that our position. And accordingly we should act. Like if some like people are there very violent, we should not immediately go and challenge them, because we have not have such faith. So we should know our boundaries, limitations, and our conditioning. Accordingly we should try to depend, and our authorities are there to guide us how much we should depend and how, and proper way to defend. Like.
Thank you, Guru. Hare Krishna.
So Hare Krishna. So I like to complete here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Samveta Bhakta Vinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.